Jerry and Julie, hearing that tomorrow's hearing is open to the public and potentially anyone could testify, has many, including the Whitcomb family from Greenville, Illinois, planning to make the drive to the Capitol tomorrow. Jerry and Julie, let me first begin by telling you about some breaking news that we just got in here at News Channel 20. Shocked and scary, says neighbors in that area tonight who tell us crime overall has been growing. Plus, tornado warnings and severe weather strike our area. I'm Nathan Mihelich. I'll show you where the damage is coming up in a live report. A concern for cause, says the Morgan County Emergency Services and Disaster Agency Coordinator Bob Fitzsimmons. Mark and Ashley, I'm standing in front of one of the most visible signs of Jerome's recovery, the Barrelhead Restaurant and Bar here in Jerome. Many said it would never be rebuilt. It has been, and it's stories like these why many residents tell us they remember the day the tornadoes hit like it was yesterday.
Air just sucking out of your house.
We looked out the back door and our garage was gone.
It's really emotional.
Myself and my guys, we were putting in 12-hour days out here.
You know, it takes a second to go back to that night.
I feel very blessed that nobody was killed.
We were out of business for 9 days.
I was petrified. That's when I grabbed my dogs and went to the closet, so Nathan saved my life.
The people here have just rebounded remarkably.
We're praising the Lord that nobody got injured or hurt or killed, and that's really amazing when you consider the ferocity of the storm.
Praise and Thanksgiving in Jerome, one of the most devastated communities hit by the tornadoes 1 year ago. Homes destroyed, trees knocked over, electricity out for days. Police and deputies barricaded roadways. Lives turned upside down. Today's anniversary event meant to celebrate the village's recovery and reminisce and look forward to the future.
Well, this has brought the people of Jerome together, the tornado did. It was really amazing. The police department, the utility department, everybody came together.
Another chance to say thank you even a year later. Residents spend time speaking with emergency responders who answer the call just moments after the first twister hit.
There are a lot of people just needed someone there to talk to. Even if it was just for a cup of coffee.
It was a good feeling for us to be able to come in here and assist these people.
What we did was go around and send out our emergency response vehicles that went around and fed the people in Jerome.
But for some, even now a year later, the horrors and pains of that night still remain. In some cases, they're too afraid to even look at the pictures, but still thankful to be where they are today because of the help of others.
It renewed my faith in people. The help that we got from all the outside communities, and it just made me happy that everybody was so nice.
And we're back now live here in front of the Barrelhead on Wabash, where I could remember just a year ago coming to this area, not believing what I was seeing. That's why it was so special for me to go to this anniversary today and hear the stories from these residents recovering, because I have interviewed so many of them over the last year, especially one of them, Mark and Ashley, told me that my reporting last year saved her life, she says. She said she saw me out in the field and decided it was time to go to her basement. I don't know if that was true or not, but it sure did bring a smile to my face when she said that. So, reporting live tonight here in Jerome, I'm Nathan Mihelich, ABC News Channel 20. Elizabeth, after numerous calls from viewers, we started examining public records and looking into those numbers. And those numbers show Ameren and ComEd making thousands of dollars of contributions to lawmakers, some of whom are the most powerful in the state. The Illinois State Board of Election website lists from 1998 through 2006, Ameren making 1,024 contributions to state and local officials, totaling almost $1.3 million. ComEd and their parent company Exelon listed at about 1,600 receipts, combined about $1.7 million. Individually, the election website indicates contributions going to our local Central Illinois elected officials, averaging just a few $1,000s apiece. But Senate President Emil Jones and House Speaker Mike Madigan were among those getting the most money from Ameren and ComEd. Contributions to Jones from Ameren, about $50,000, another $29,000 from ComEd, and $106,000 from Exelon, $183,000 in total since 1994. The Illinois Campaign for Political Reform also claims in the last 2 years, Jones has received $175,000 to his Political Action Committee and $95,000 to the Senate Democratic Caucus PAC that he controls. A spokesperson from Jones's office today tells us there is no connection between legislation and campaign contributions, never has been, never will be. All the leaders have received money. Contributions to Speaker Madigan from Ameren, just over $76,000. A $7,500 listing from Commonwealth Edison, and $62,000 in contributions from Exelon, totaling $146,000 since 1998. Madigan's office today says contributions do not affect their policy, saying we're the ones trying to restore the rate freeze. And Governor Blagojevich, who has said he would sign a rate freeze bill, is also listed as receiving 5 contributions from Ameren since 2003, $30,000 of that in 2006. And Senator Jones's spokesperson tells us tonight that the senator does not support the rate freeze, but realizes that there is a serious problem downstate. Now, the current Senate bill would only freeze and roll back electric rates for Ameren customers. The bill does not affect ComEd Exelon, some of whom are Jones's biggest financial contributors. Reporting live tonight here at the Capitol, I'm Nathan Mihelich, ABC News Channel 20. Elizabeth?
Nathan.
Jerry and Elizabeth, the family was told this morning that 8-year-old Kaylin Hunter's body was found, but recovering the body would be difficult because of the dangerous currents near the dam. Now tonight, the family's pastor says news of the find brings closure to the family.
I can't even imagine, and no one can really imagine what it's like to lose someone so close, to lose 3 generations in one evening. That is inhuman.
Closure, says family pastor John Rayford, after the family hears the third of the 3 people to go missing on Clinton Lake is located several feet underwater. Rayford says thanks to the tireless efforts of emergency searchers and a world-class sonar expert, the family can now move on.
It's been shocking, Nathan, and amazing how these folks have come together. As with all families, there are challenges, but the spiritual aspect of this family has been at the forefront.
Rayford says the family's very spiritual aspects have helped them get through the last few days. Grieving, he says, but also celebrating their lives in the midst of such huge sadness. Kaylin Hunter, his grandfather Richard Hunter, and his uncle Jason Hunter, all from Normal, disappeared on Wednesday when the grandfather's boat apparently ran out of gas and was carried over the spillway. All 3 are now confirmed to have drowned. Pastor Rayburn says the family's faith now has never been stronger.
And in the loss of their father, husband, brother, et al., they're able to still in the middle of that rejoice.
And at last word from the Department of Natural Resources tonight, crews continue to work to... For any vehicle that's committing a violation, it's Melissa Kennedy's job to slap on a ticket.
With the new museum and everything, tourism's gotten so large with all the employees down here. If we didn't control parking, there would be no parking.
The City of Springfield meter maids issue about 60,000 parking tickets a year, a total of 178,000 tickets during the last 3 fiscal years. Of those, almost 29,000 have yet to be paid. 29,000 parking tickets, on average $10 a ticket. That's $290,000 in fines. The city says it aggressively pursues people like Rakaya Robinson. She's racked up more than 240 parking tickets and hasn't paid one of them. So why hasn't she paid? Well, we went to find out. Did you know you have $3,800 in unpaid parking tickets?
Yeah, I pretty much knew that.
How did you rack up 243 traffic tickets?
243 traffic. I work downtown. I mean, I can't park there. I work downtown.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. I don't plan on paying it either.
Why don't you plan on paying it?
Because, I mean, what is this about? The parking tickets, because I don't have $3,800. I mean, I'm working, I make what, $21,000 a year, and they gave me $3,800 in parking tickets. I can't afford to pay that.
Did you ever consider, parking legally?
Yeah, but I'd be really late for work.
For this report, we examined the city's parking ticket database. It's filled with people just like Rakaya Robinson who continue to rack up parking ticket after parking ticket. You may be surprised at just how many tickets people can accumulate. The city treasurer says he's been taking a new approach to collecting the fines. Instead of immediately suspending the driver's licenses of those drivers who don't pay, his office is trying to collect the fines by setting up payment plans with the drivers. But as our research shows, thousands in parking fines continue to go unpaid. Repeat offenders are not identified, and looking at the number of unpaid parking tickets, it seems to indicate that violators don't fear any consequences. In times of tight budgets, tax increases, and cutbacks, there's money owed to the city that's just waiting to be collected.
Have its doubters. Do you think there